Father Guruji, Ananta ji, loving Father Guruji, I bow at your lotus feet, I die at your lotus feet, my heart belongs to you. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Beloved Father Guruji, Ananta ji, beloved Father Guruji, I bow at your lotus feet, I die at your lotus feet, my heart belongs to you. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Holiness is falling in love with your own self. This is true devotion. This is love. God, this love. When this love has no intent and goes nowhere but to itself, it will reveal itself to you in whatever form you desire. Manifest or unmanifest. God is this love. God is this love. God is this love. This love is God. This love is great. This love is great. When you are called by this love, rest inside your heart. For this love is pure and true. It is you, just me. God is this love. God is this love. God is this love. This love is God. This love is you. This love is true. This love is great. This love is great. This love is God. This love is God.
Thank you, my dear. Namaste, everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadhguru Sri Muji Ji ki Jai. Thank you all so much for joining in. If you're in the Hangout, the way to ask questions is to unmute your mic. If you're on YouTube, you can post your question in the chat and we will look at it. And if you're on YouTube and you have this urge that you want to join in the Hangout, then we'll make some space for you. I'm not sure how, but we will. I'm sure we will. Shanti is wanted to greet me and then make some space for Nikki. So do you want to unmute, my dear?
Hello. Namaste, Father. Thank you.
Namaste, my
So I just had to give my space today, but I wanted to say hello, I love you,
dear. Oh, love you too.
and a watch from YouTube. So Nikki can come in now.
I saw a message from you also. All good?
Yes?
I said I saw a message also from you. So how is it now? Is it settling in? All good now?
Yes, it just needs exposing, and no more to be said, really. just to reveal what's not true.
Very good. Yesterday we said that what does water have to do to become water? What does space have to do to become space? What is the difference between that situation and the seeming situation that we find ourselves in? The only seeming difference is that water or space does not seem to have this capacity to pretend, does not seem to have this capacity to believe. Imagine if water had the potential to believe that it is something else. Suppose water was believing that it is space and space was believing that it is water. Then it would need to come to Satsang. So what is being looked at is only this belief. Nothing fundamentally needs to change. Water does not have to evaporate to become free. So all that we are looking at is this belief that I am a person. That's why the pointing here is very direct. It's very direct, isn't it? You, whatever story you can have, will only be a personal story. So what is being questioned based on your openness, the directness will be there. And what is being questioned is this fundamental belief that I am a person. And if you're open to this inquiry, you cannot escape the truth that you never were and never can be a person. Because if you check, you will never find a person. If you really check, you can never find the person. At best, you will find some symptoms of seeming personhood. Like you say, my feelings are so strong, or something is coming. So you will find these seeming appearances which seem to confirm that there is a person sitting there inside. So don't look for the symptoms. Let's see if you can identify this person itself. So when you say I, are you referring to yourself as a person or is it something else? All trouble stems from this. All stories come from this. All seeming suffering arises only from this ego, from this person concept. So don't compartmentalize ego and say, still be a person and say, but now I know that my ego is dissolving or it is dissolved. Again, look for whose report is this. Because the trick of the ego itself is to say that something else is the ego. That's why I always prefer to use the term person rather than ego. Basically, the belief in the separation. The belief that some separation happened. I am a separate individual a separate entity. All that we are doing is exploring this belief. So if you can keep it aside for some time, this story of me, the story of I, then what can really trouble you? And once this story is kept aside, then what remains actually? The phenomenal appearance remains in the waking state. The phenomenal appearance remains. So we are not in denial. We are not saying that this appearance also vanishes. So this appearance can continue as long as being is here, consciousness is here. No trouble with this appearance. But are you just the content of this appearance, or are you the witness of this appearance? This is the simple looking. Are you what is appearing, or are you the witness? You see this? So simple. It's only the mind which can come and say, but, what about this? This seems so real. I can say this is difficult. Yeah? You can say this is abstract. I'm not getting it. There's nothing to get. Just check. Are you that which is appearing and disappearing? Or are you that which is witnessing it? Every cell in our body changes every few years. So the baby that was born, how many ever years ago, there is not even a single cell in common with this body that is here now. All the cells of that body have changed. But what remains in common between that baby which was born and you? Every night you drop this body and you go to sleep, then the sense of this body also goes. And if you have dreams, then you pick up a new body also. And yet, when you come back to this waking state, it seems like you're still that one who went to sleep. So the body is coming and going. Who is the one who is sleeping and waking up? Who has the dreams? And if the answer is not obvious, at least this much should be obvious, that it is not a person. Because if this person is here, then it seems like another person is there in our dream. And it seems like no person is there in our deep sleep. So at least this much should be clear, that it's not personal, isn't it? The mind will come and say that it was this person's dream, and maybe when you start the dream, then you'll say that that person was dreaming this waking state. I wonder if it's all sounding like crazy talk or not. I don't know. Yeah. It seems like the same person shows up in the dream also. Sometimes it can feel like this. Yes, but there are other times where it's a different person. So is that the dream person or is this the dream person? How can you tell? And we've seen this, isn't it? That the continuing story continues for the dream character also. We don't say that, you know, what is this? Every dream character doesn't wake up in a state of amnesia. It recognizes the people around it. It knows the story. See, every dream otherwise would start with this character showing up. Where am I? Who are these people? No, but we seem to know them. We seem to know the context of life also. So is this the dream character or is that the dream character? So we can say that both are actually imagined. This idea of what we are is just imagined. So don't imagine yourself to be anything at all. If you don't imagine yourself to be anything at all, what remains in this phenomenal appearance? Just this body. Just this body remains. You see, and the body doesn't want anything. It neither wants anything nor does it have an aversion towards anything. The body is not even saying, make me better, get me in better shape. You are saying that my body should be in better shape. The body is not saying. The body is not saying, I want relationships. The body is not saying, I want freedom. The body doesn't want more money in the bank. So if you stop imagining, then and you say, okay, then at least it's clear to me that in this phenomena I am this body. Okay. So let's start from there. No trouble with this. So speak as the body. What do you want? Do you want freedom? She's nodding her head, but it's not the body that wants freedom. The body doesn't know freedom. It's just an innocent instrument. It's like saying that the car wants freedom. How can it want anything at all? It doesn't even know itself. It has no capacity to know itself. That's why I say if you stop imagining yourself to be anything at all, then at best you can say that this phenomenal appearance seems real and this body seems to be me. Then you find that you already see that no cell is common between this body here now than the body which was here 5 years ago. And yet you say 5 years ago this happened to me. When I was a child this happened to me. If you were just merely this body, then nothing happened to you. This body was not there, it was a different body. What is this sense of me that we have been carrying around, you see? I was sharing with someone that last year someone had come to see Mujiji in Rishikesh. I don't remember whether it was last year or the year before that. And she said that for about 10 years I was completely free. Completely free. In fact, I was also sharing satsang, she said, and many were coming. And then one day this strong feeling came that my parents gave away gave me away when I was a baby, and I had to go and live in foster homes all my life. And this feeling became so strong that I stopped sharing satsang. I again became so identified as a person. But what is common between this one and that baby which was not taken care of by the parents? Only this sense of me, you see, only this sense of individuality. So this sense of me can seem like all the suffering, all the separation, all the trouble comes from this. And yet we look into it and we do not find it. Where is this separate me? Where is this sense of separation which was there ever since I have been a child? And how does it start? It starts because first the people around us, our parents usually start saying that this is your hand, you need to do this, you are a good boy or girl. So this comes like this, and also it comes from thoughts, our individualistic thoughts of the mind. Because a baby, when a baby is born, doesn't have any sense of separation. It just sees the hand for a hand. It doesn't say it is my hand. It just sees pain for pain. Then say, oh, I'm suffering so much. When there is pain, it cries. When the pain stops, it starts laughing, a baby. It is not holding on to it. It is not saying something happened to me. Why did you keep me hungry for so long? It is not playing all of this. So just moment to moment fresh. That's why children like this, you see. They completely fine moment to moment. Only this sense of me relies on our memories, which are so unreliable. If I speak to all 10 of you in the hangout at the end of satsang and say, what did I share in satsang? Each of you will have a different story. And I here will have a different story about it. Memory is very, very unreliable. That's why we constantly have these arguments with people about, no, I didn't say this, no, you did say this, all this kind of stuff comes from there. If memory was completely reliable, then you would never have an argument like this. So it's very, very much colored by our perspective. It's very, very much colored by what we want to remember and the way we want to remember it. So this sense of me relies on. Ram says it seems you have some sound and video problem. Do I?
Yes.
Have? Just hearing.
It's very
Okay.
I can't hear you properly.
Since the beginning?
No, just for a few seconds.
Okay, okay. Is it getting better or should I try to reconnect? Just start like this now.
You could try maybe
Maybe I
reconnect
try
it.
to reconnect.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what happens now. to see all of you just. Is it a little better than earlier?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's okay. A little bit choppy, but I think I don't.
There's been some storm also here. So maybe it's like that. Okay, so let's use this opportunity to hear from you. Maybe all of you can speak today for 10 minutes each. And you're saying, oh, today I got in the hangout and he gives us this trouble. Oh, thank you, my dear. Is it a little bit better now or still as choppy? The sound is good. Well, now everybody's saying it's very good because you don't want to speak. Oh, I feel to hear from you now a little bit. Let's hear from everyone. And what do I want to hear? Just okay. Bhagavati is already ready. Good, my dear. Come.
Hello. I have to leave the hangout early today and watch from YouTube while I pack because I'm traveling tomorrow. So I wanted to step up. I just love you so much. I feel like I've just got your silly grin all the time, and I don't care. I'm just so happy and so grateful, and I feel like that's all I can say, right? Just today is like the end of an era in this physical life, if you like, because it's the last day of 6 months here in Menorca, and I kind of came here with nothing at all, and just the determination that there was good internet so I could be in Satsang with you fully. And it has been so full power, and I've fully been committed, and I've been here in Satsang with you every day that there's been Satsang. And I'll continue to be wherever I go. But I may be in and out on mobile and YouTube, and I'll sneak in a hangout where I can on my mobile. But it will be a bit like this for a few weeks. I know I'm not troubled by this either, and yet I could just sit in here with you all day and all night, and just when I just wrote, if I could just sit here with one pixel of you and no sound, it's enough. It's everything.
It's very beautiful, my dear.
And just thank you. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. Because this time has been such a gift to be with you for this time. Hangouts began while we were here. And this whole journey, it's been a journey. And although I've not gone anywhere, I can witness so much that's gone on with everyone in this beautiful Sangha. My God, this Sangha. I love this Sangha so much. I love you all so much. I just just love. And you're all coming to Portugal with me in my pocket.
Yes, yes, of course we are.
I close my mic now because I'm just going to sit here laughing and crying and saying I love you. And I love you so much, Father. And this Sangha is just an extension of you.
Yes.
There's no separation at all. And it's just like we're all just cells of your presence. And your light just shines through everyone in this Sangha. Such a gift. Such a gift. And I feel so very blessed to, I don't even remember how I came across them. I'm just so grateful for that. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. It's been so beautiful having you with us. Thank you so much for your presence here and also your beautiful seva. And I know that many times you're not supposed to be on the computer, not supposed to be touching any of the devices, and yet you're always on.
I
And you
can't
keep
help
saying,
it.
I'm leaving right now, I have to go, and yet you're always there.
And the hands are just there, like, you know, they're just moving, and I'm like, and it's fine, you know, it's fine. When the body lays me out, it lays me out and it stops me. And if there's a breath in the body, or it can move, or it can be in seven, this whole life is seven now. This whole life is totally seven. Whatever I do, wherever I move. And I see this in every contact and in everything. And I see your seva and Guruji's seva, and just
Very good, my dear. May the Sadguru's grace constantly shine through you, constantly. And may all those who come in your presence also be touched by it and find this light within themselves. Like you said, this beautiful Sangha, all of you emit so much radiance, so much light. You're truly my master's gift to me. He was so kind, you see. He's so kind. He said, my son, he doesn't know anything about any of this. He doesn't know what satsang is all about. He doesn't know what broadcasting is all about. Nothing about any of this. And yet, he sent me, all of you, you see, whenever you were needed. You just showed up. I had no feeling here to ever get myself a better computer, get anything. And yet, it made, grace made excuses. It's the funniest thing. Maybe I haven't shared this story with some of you. So what happened is that, some of you remember on Ustream, I used to have this older computer and the mic was terrible, and still all of you persisted. I don't know how you used to hear that at that time, and the mic used to be terrible and video hardly ever used to work. And then we switched to the iPad because the iPad came, and the iPad has lots of issues with chat and all this kind of stuff. Then one day it happened, over a period of time it so happened that I felt that I must learn some programming, because I felt that we have to build something for work, so I must learn some programming. And then when I looked it up on the internet, they said you must get this Mac computer or MacBook Pro, and it will be good for you for your programming environment. And this computer came, and ever since this computer came, I have not written a single program. Not written a single program. It's just been used for this broadcasting. See? It is just grace playing with me and saying, this is how it's going to happen. We didn't know about any of this broadcast, Google Hangouts, and Parvati started. Parvati started talking first on Ustream, and then she seemed to know so much about it. And we said, yes, you take care of how we're going to do this broadcasting. She just showed up. For 1 year, she didn't say anything on Ustream. She says now that for 1 year, she used to listen to Satsang on Ustream, and she was so jaded with whatever the past, that she felt she never wanted to be part of a sangha, so she didn't say anything at all. But she just showed up and she started broadcasting on the Advaita channel, and we saw the broadcast and said, yes, this is how to do it. And she said, I'll help you. And she set all of this up for us. Everything just moves, Grace is doing all of this. All plans about how it is to be done, all of that is just nonsense. It just moves on its own. And so when Guruji said that he's very happy that this Sangha is there and so beautiful, and very happy with Satsang, I felt like all of it just happened. All I have to do, even that I'm not doing, but if it seems like all I have to do is just to come here and sit in this chair and wait for his words to come. It's been so beautiful, everything. Even when some of you had your tantrums and you leave and then you say, then you come back and all this happens, but all of this flows so beautifully. I don't know how any of this moves actually. Then I see like this one, she sent me a message one day that I'm feeling to move to India. And it just says yes, something here responds yes. And how is it going to work? It just moves like this. Jaya comes from Spain and she just sits here in my house. There's no plan about anything at all. It's just allowing, if there is something, then it is just allowing grace to move like this. I don't know what tomorrow is going to be like. I don't know if all of you are going to be living here in Bangalore or whether I'm moving to Australia and using Shivani's deal that she keeps promising us. So I don't know any of this. But I know that grace is completely in charge and taking care of all of it. And sometimes I pretend as if I know what's going on. I pretend as if I know, yes, I pretend to think, let's let's do this or let's do that. Nothing, it just comes. I just wait for the mouth to move. You see, all the fake decision making that I pretend to do, all nothing. Because I know it is just the Sadguru who is doing everything here. Thank you so much. Thank you, my dear.
I need to go soon to take my daughter from
Yes.
school in 5 minutes.
Yes.
But I wanted to come.
Very good. Very good.
And when you were talking about these memories, it was over a year ago when I first came. I don't know how did I came to Ustream, and yeah, it was later on. I tried to see the first. It's hard to explain. The first words that you said. I can't. I never, when I try to look later the videos, Ustream videos, I didn't found that what you said to me, the first words, and I don't know if I heard them, like heard them, like, but
Yes, from
my
years. You don't know
heart,
what you
yes,
feel from the.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I heard them, but you are speaking straight to my heart always.
In fact, it is your heart which is speaking.
Yes, yes, beautiful voice, such a beautiful voice, and all all this light, as Bhagavati said, this sangha is so amazing. How your light shines in so many ways. The same presence shines, and I'm very fortunate to be able to be here at your feet, and thank you.
Thank you so much, my dear.
Thank you.
Very happy you're in Satsang so much now. Enjoy seeing you.
Yes. Well, now it's time.
Yes, you better run, my
Time
dear.
to go. Yes. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Ram said, Father, I have to go for a bit. Love you so much, Father, and beloved Sangha. Oh, love you too, my dear. Let's see what's happening on YouTube as well. Is the audio better now? Is the video and audio better? Still choppy?
Yes. Now it's good.
Okay. Shakti had said, Father, it seems that all memory is implanted by either aversion or attraction. Without that, we don't remember anything and are fresh without resistance. Perhaps there would be little or no memory. Yes, it's like this. We seem to remember these things more than just the regular flow. Thank you all. Thank you so much. And I had said I am about to move to Portugal too and do pretty much the same as you, but I still have some fears. Thank you, Bhagavati, for the support. Priya says, watching from work today, I have a view of the sea, of the sky, and you are all that, Father. All appearances, your presence, and yet there is no one, just love. All of you start sounding like Rumi now. So Then she says, I love you, Father, and yet this love is unknowable. It's crazy, a crazy, unknowable love, unlabelable. Aditi is here, she's inside the hangout as well now. Let me read what she typed. She said, Dear Father, all I see is love. Everything is love and nothing else. I have to go to work soon, so we'll watch the rest of this on YouTube. So good to see you here, my dear. It's been a few days, hasn't it?
It's been quite a while.
Yes.
I used to have a lot of questions, and I just don't anymore. And I feel like you, I don't plan anything, it just comes.
It's very wonderful, isn't it?
Yes. I still feel habit to talk about myself, or I feel myself getting tight or small sometimes, but it doesn't last. It just does nothing lasts.
And yet we see that this is the way it has always been. The only thing that's different now is my belief in the constriction is no longer there.
Right. It's so funny to think that I was so serious about that. It is the cosmic joke.
The cosmic joke.
Yeah.
How the Supreme Lord could confuse himself to be just this person. That is the divine play, the cosmic joke, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, I was talking to my friends yesterday, and it's just, that's all I feel moved to talk about, if I do talk, is that the confusion people have, and just looking at them, I was like, you don't have to be confused, but I understand why they are. And I was telling somebody they felt like they had to be on a path to awaken, and that they had to do something. And I just laughed because I see now that even my pretend doing, I said the best way that I can describe it was that I felt like a caterpillar metamorphosing into a butterfly. And there was this little me thinking that I was making this all happen by doing this and doing that. And it was just all happening by itself, even the supposed journey. Everything was just happening. The only difference was that there was this little I that thought it was doing it.
Yes.
And since I've got out of the way, it's just happening. It's just, there's nobody doing anything, nothing.
It's a very beautiful example. You see. What does the caterpillar have to do to become a butterfly?
Nothing.
It is the butterfly is pretending to be the caterpillar, wanting to become the butterfly.
Yeah.
The butterfly pretending to be the caterpillar, wanting to become a butterfly. So I have the easiest job in the world. Just to remind you that you've always been only that. You've always been the butterfly. So the only thing I have to do, if it seems like something I'm doing, is just to remind you to look. Just check. Are you really caterpillar? Are you just pretending? Are you just giving too much energy to your thoughts? That's all. Basically, that's all. Because not even intellect is needed. Not even knowledge is needed. What book must a caterpillar read to become a butterfly? 101 steps to butterflydom. Or that could be a bestseller, you see, because as long as you feel that you are this caterpillar and somebody gives you a book which tells you how to become a butterfly, that could become a bestseller. 7 steps to butterfly.
I think what's so beautiful too is that anything can happen.
Yes.
You know, I used to think that an enlightened being lived a certain way and was on a certain path, and you had to do these things to awaken. And I really had this story in my head, and I believed it very much. And I don't see it that way at all. It's just, and no matter what happens, I thought, oh, well, suffering doesn't happen, and pain doesn't happen, and you know, only goodness and joy and unconditional love. And then I realized, through this understanding and getting rid of the me, that unconditional love means no conditions, that anything can happen. And it's my interpretation. I thought your example with the baby was perfect. Just it cries when it's in pain, and then it forgets about it. It doesn't attach to anything.
Exactly. And anything can happen, and yet nothing is happening to me, you see, because there never is a me. Once this is seen, then what can really trouble us?
Mm.
I like this example very much. Caterpillar and butterfly. I feel we can have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, everybody was talking at our book study about awakening and the belief in how that happens. And I thought about all the teachers that I've met or read about their journey, and there was no specific way. There's no specific way that happens. It happens when it happens, and then you find out it didn't really happen.
Exactly. Yes, the mind can have lots of concepts about how one should be. If they're free, they should wear only white clothes or saffron clothes. So all of that. How can he wear comic book T-shirts and superhero T-shirts and come to satsang like this? But I feel it's very important because what's happened in the past, at least in India, is very much of this uh, aura creation, and not all of it was disingenuous. Or actually, there was something in that, but it sort of created this sense of distance. You see, that freedom is at a distance and is only available for those who are now Swamijis and have taken the vow of celibacy or something like that, and it's only available for those kind of people. So I wanted to. The feeling here was to show you that it's completely regular. Completely regular. That's why I have no trouble talking about the fact that I wanted to learn programming last year, or I took my kids for the Avengers movie. All of this is just regular stuff. So whatever feels good is fine. So sometimes, like when I went to Tiruvannamalai, it did not feel appropriate for me to sit in Arunachala and then wear a very casual T-shirt or something like that. So I wore another shirt. But it doesn't mean that anything else changes. So all these are just concepts which the mind can pick up and say, but he's like this, he wears these kind of clothes, he has work, he's into investing. All of these things can be barriers for the mind, and you can say, but what kind of being is this doing satsang? That I feel to convey to you that it's completely regular. What happened here is completely regular, and therefore it is completely possible for everyone. Nothing at all need to be renounced, no path needs to be followed, just little openness, just a little openness to check what am I in reality. And this little openness I can work with. I can work with very beautifully and very quickly, like all of you are sharing. Then, when you share, then your words will sound like satsang. You see? With no attempt to sound spiritual or anything like that. I don't feel any of you are making an effort to speak like this. It is just that these words are flowing, isn't it? So the regularness of life continues, and yet your mouth is speaking words which are so beautiful from the Sadguru himself, all of you. And may you all continue to shine in this way and bring many, many beings who come to your presence to this simple understanding.
Thank you, Father.
Well, thank you so much, my dear.
I love you.
You too.
I'm so happy.
Same. Shanti had said, I am in total awe of the movement of Sadguru's grace. Love everything that shows up. Nothing is wasted, it's all grace. So good, so good. And Aditi had said earlier, yes, Father, life is just happening and moving through me. Thank you all so much. So Meher says, love the Superman t-shirt, very appropriate. I don't know about appropriate or not, but I love the shirt. Who else wants to come up and share something? I very much am enjoying this, very much. It doesn't have to be goody goody stuff. It can be anything which you want to share.
Father, could I come up?
Yes, my dear.
Namaste, Father.
Namaste.
I've just been thinking so much recently that it was always just this. There's nothing there's nothing special or different, or I was always just seeing this. There was nothing ever but this, and there could never be anything but this. It's just it's here. So this is, yeah, that is just the lack of specialness that I think just is amazing, and just the realization that never for a second has this been absent. I sound like I'm babbling, but it's such a joy. It's such a joy to feel this and to know this. And all the things as well. I remember when I first started in Satsang with you, and I'd be going, oh yes, I understand, I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, blah, blah, blah. And then you would say something like, nothing ever happened. And I go, what? And my mind would be absolutely desperate to understand it, and I would be going about my daily business and like trying to puzzle it out. What does he mean? But of course stuff happened, history and things. And the mind can never, never, never understand this because it makes no sense. There is no logical mind sense in it.
Yeah.
But your heart just knows these things, and it's just this. It's just what it is, and it's so lovely being in your presence and being able to drop the need to make logical sense of everything, to just say a big fat yes to everything. It's beautiful. So thank you again. Thank you.
No, I see you, and I see one of my children actually. So all of you, ever since maybe even the first time before you even started calling me father, I felt like this. And then Mike also started coming, and I felt that there are more of you. Always been so grateful to him as well for making the space for you to be in satsang. I know it's not easy on the partner sometimes, but sometimes like this, they'll come and they feel that, okay, let me just check out what she's up to, let me just see who is this guy. So you come and you just want to just check it out, and then you feel that something here, you see, and you find a heart connect. The connect from the heart is there, even although it might flow in a different way, it might express itself differently, but the connection is the same at the root. Right?
Yes.
I think maybe the other way around, Ananta. It's been so good for me, getting to know you, coming to Satsang, listening, and I'm a bit hit and miss at times between going to work and coming home again, and there's so many things going on. But I think I have some pretty rough days at times, and just spending some time with you, listening, just seeing you, it brings a smile to my face. I generally end up with a sore jaw by the end.
That is the best satsang, you see. That is the best. And all of you, sometimes you feel like you want to share satsang. The best way to do it is to bring a smile to someone's face.
It's a beautiful piece that comes with it.
It's true, isn't it? That true spirituality, when it touches the world, then it must translate into kindness. Otherwise, it's just words. It cannot be that there's a discovery here about what I am, but when this one meets the world, it translates into something else. It must mean love, it must mean kindness, it must mean lack of judgment. Must mean lack of arrogance.
That sounds like a good world to be a part of.
It's very beautiful.
Thank you, Father.
Dear, thank you so much.
Can I say something, please?
Of course, my dear, please come.
I just feel the last few days, it just feels like listening to satsang feels like I'm being tortured.
Yes, from outside it feels like that.
Oops.
I saw your message as well. Yes.
It says, and it feels like I'm being tortured because it's like the body is going to satsang, and like, I wake up without an alarm just in time for it, but
Yes.
all the words, it sounds like noise, like
And yet you're here.
that's why it feels like it's torture, because something doesn't want to be here, but my body won't go anywhere else. And just irritation. It's like all the words whenever anyone speaks, it just feels irritating. It's like, oh, I just want the noise to stop.
Yeah, so I am also lovey-dovey and what is really going on, and I don't feel any of this.
And even what you were saying yesterday, what you were saying at the beginning, it just felt like it just words like um.
How can I not be this body? Of course, I am this body like this.
No, I think a bit more like what David is like. Okay, sometimes I see not this body and not the thoughts, but yet it's yeah, I don't know. Just
So when you say I, who do you mean?
just blank.
And you see the blank also. You are aware that there is a blank. And when the blank is replaced by some other content, still you are aware of it. When it's replaced by this torture, I'm being tortured, this sense, even then you are aware of it. So this feeling of blank, torture, sometimes it feels good, so feeling good, all this, is it different awarenesses? Or is the same awareness which is aware? Like there's awareness here now, and a new thought can come. And 2 minutes later, another thought can come. You
It's
see,
just
so
the
does the awareness also change along with it?
same.
The same awareness. And this awareness, let's torture this awareness now. What can I say which will torture this awareness? What will trouble it? So let's set this awareness on fire today. Let's try a new experiment. So you say, sometimes body feels like it's on fire. Sometimes there's such strong emotions which are on fire. Sometimes thoughts are so much attacking like it's on fire. So today we'll set the awareness also on fire. Can we do it?
It's blank again.
Yes, yes, the witnessing of the blank. Let's stop witnessing the blank also. Let's put it to fire. Enough of this witnessing business. Let's stop it. Can we do it? Can we reduce the volume of the witnessing? Let's bring it from 100 to 50. The eyes are open, closed, whatever might be coming, going. Can we touch this witnessing? So how then, if there is no distance between you and this witnessing, then how then can you be tortured if this witnessing cannot be touched and you have no distance from it? So it must be that it's feeling like there is some distance between the witnessing and me. And remember that when we talk about the seeing or the witnessing, we are not talking about the phenomenal perceiving which is happening through the senses. So even that is witnessed, isn't it? The process of phenomenal seeing is witnessed by this witnessing, is seen by this seeing. Just like the process of non-phenomenal or just internal perceiving is also witnessed. So this which is aware of internal perceptions and external perceptions. This one, can this be heard? That one which is aware of thought and of no thought, can that be touched? Again blank? Is it blank? And you witnessing the blank or no? Is this witnessing ever blank or full? How do you know this? So you can know this when you look and you ask yourself, am I aware now? Is that which which is seen to confirm this, is that ever blank or full of any content? Does it have any phenomenal appearance at all? Is this witnessing you, or are you some content which is being witnessed?
When you say, are you aware? I feel like it's it's still an image. My mind is.
Yes, and who's aware of that image? Is the image aware of you, or you are aware of the image?
I am aware of him.
Therefore, awareness is here, isn't it? It cannot be seen visually. How do you know? How do you know you are aware of the image? What kind of question?
It's like because I can report it to you.
Yes. Therefore, awareness must be here.
Mm-hmm.
So where is it? Whatever the image might be, it might seem like there's an image which is coming through the eyes. It might seem like there's an internal image. Call it whatever. It's all imagination. So this image, this one, who is aware of it?
I want to say I am aware of it, but I don't know what I is.
Yes, but I am aware is right. But I is what? That I cannot be another image, isn't it? Because you would be aware of that also. Therefore, it cannot be a content of the appearance. What is not an appearance? Is the awareness also an appearance?
I don't know.
Because if it was an appearance, then you would be able to tell me something about it, isn't it? That's why I ask you sometimes, what color are the eyes of awareness? You say that it sees everything. And yet if it was phenomenal, you would be able to tell me what color are the eyes of awareness. How tall is awareness? Where is his house? Her house? Cannot say any of this, isn't it? And yet it is here or not? Now where is the I? There is the I which is being tortured and all this has been happening to the I. Where is this one? You see the trouble now. The trouble only is that one is imagined, the me, and the other is non-phenomenal. They're really stuck. One is imagined and the other is non-phenomenal. If it was phenomenal, I would have just brought it in front of you and said, here, this is awareness. So you cannot do this with the mind. Because the mind will only understand something phenomenal. So reality is non-phenomenal and the person which we believe ourselves to be is imagined. That's why life seems so confusing. And I know I can speak to you scientifically now, so you must tell me what is non-phenomenal. Everything is phenomena. So what is that which is non-phenomenal? And all of you who are switching off on YouTube, also this question is for you too. If everything is phenomenal which is appearing, what is that which is non-phenomenal? Okay, are you phenomenal or non-phenomenal? Let's start from there.
My body is.
Body is phenomenal, correct. And who's aware of the body? Is that also phenomenal? I know what you want to say. You want to say there's something inside the body which feels like it is me. Yes or no? No. Good. So then, what is it?
I can say that which is aware of the body. I don't know if it's phenomenal or not. Oh, I don't know.
What does non-phenomenal mean? It doesn't have any attributes in time and space. See, for phenomena, it must have some attributes in time and space.
It feels like whatever is in front, there's something that's always behind that's.
Yeah. But you are in front or behind? Don't visualize, just look. You say it seems like all these appearances are happening in front of me. Or you didn't say me, it's happening in front of awareness. So you are aware. Okay, you tell me exactly what you are feeling in every instant. So when I say you are aware, then when you're looking, what is happening exactly?
So it's the same. It feels like the thoughts are not coming as they would. So it feels like I can't think. So
Yeah, so
it feels like there are
very
no answers coming because I cannot
yeah.
figure it
And
out.
you are aware still that there are no thoughts which seem to be coming. You are aware still, isn't it?
Yes.
It might be not like you have also gone. See, so let's take it very slow today. So I say that you are this awareness, and now there is an awareness that no thoughts are coming. Does that touch you? And if thoughts were to come, would it touch you? Same for feelings. Feelings, if they're there, they're there. If they're not there, they're not there. Who is all of this happening to? Does that one exist?
So it feels like it's happening to the body, the mind, the thoughts, the ideas, like this collection,
Yes.
and that
Yes.
feels real.
Yes. So it's here, it's happening to all of this, the soup which we spoken about earlier. So it's happening to this soup of sensations, and you are aware of it or no?
I must be if I'm saying it.
No, don't rely on any report also. Check in this instant.
Yes, I'm aware of the thoughts, the
Yeah,
feelings.
yeah. And you are what? What is the distance between you and this awareness? Don't try to figure it out. Just see for yourself. I'm putting everyone to sleep today. That's okay. That's okay. Are you not this awareness? Can you show me how you are not this awareness? You are aware of everything. The presence of being, the presence of the body, the presence of thoughts, presence of emotions, all of this you are aware of. As what? Is there an entity sitting over there which is aware of all of this? Or is it just this awareness itself? What do you see?
Blank.
You see the blank. But are you also blank? You see the blank, but are you also blank? Can you be blank or not blank? It's too simple for your mind to understand. If it was a little more difficult, you would have got it. Who can say things like this? It's all upside down. How do you know that you are aware?
I don't know how I know.
Yes, because yet you know. You don't know how you know because nothing phenomenal is seen, and yet you know that you are aware. And does this awareness seem separate from you? Where does it
It
seem to be?
it seems
Huh?
separate from the thoughts and ideas and
Yes.
body.
Yes. Yes. Because that is the content which is seen. But is it separate from you? Are you your thoughts and ideas? You have to look, you see, don't try to understand. It is all this understanding only which causes trouble. So don't understand anything. Just look. You say that I know awareness is here, yet I cannot tell you anything. See? But it's still not a guess. It's not a presumption. It's not a belief. You know now because you checked. Awareness is here. I am aware now. How come you cannot say I am unaware? If you can't see it, you should be able to say there's no awareness here right now.
I feel like I'm being cornered. This
Yes,
place.
yes. That is the whole idea. You can't say it out like that, then I have to back off a little bit. That's what happens in the hot seat in the hangout is like this. That you feel like, okay, now somebody else please come in for some time, I'll come back. Even this feeling of being cornered, you are aware of. And this one that is feeling cornered can hate me. It always will hate me. It doesn't matter. Because it is not you. It is just your mind. Everything which is coming and going, you are aware of it. And you cannot say that I'm unaware. Okay? So you don't have to go anywhere to look for awareness. Why not?
Because it's here.
It's here. And how is it not you? Show me the distance between it and you. Where are you and where is awareness? Is there ever a point? Let's talk about time first. Is there ever a point where you are but awareness is not? So there's never a time where you are but awareness is not. Is there somewhere in space now, somewhere where you are but awareness is not? So what does that tell you? If there's never a time and there's never a separation, distance, then what must you be? But let it not just be a intellectual understanding. You see, you have to check this. And don't worry, this is what we are here for. So don't feel like, oh, I'm taking time or something like that. It's good.
It feels like it's like I can't understand. I can't. It's like the mind's not. I can't understand. So
Yeah.
I know you said don't try and understand it, and that's new. It feels like I don't know how to
Yeah.
um, not want to understand it.
So it's probably the first time where you had the openness to hear these words, but I repeat these words almost every time. You try to understand. It seems like all we know is how to understand things. Yes? But when you have to confirm something, suppose you are not sure where your shoes are kept. Will you try to read a book about it and understand where could my shoes be, or you'll just go and check where are my shoes?
Go and check.
In the same way, when we are looking for ourselves, don't rely on any knowledge or even memory. It's easier to just check. See, where are you right now?
Here.
Here. So tell me about this one. What can you tell me about this one which is here?
And it's just aware of everything
Yeah.
that's kind of in front, or
Yeah.
and if I close my eyes, then it feels like if I close my eyes, it feels like there's an awareness of the body. When I open it, it feels like I'm inside.
Yes. But both just content. See? So what seems like the sensations which seem like they're inside the body, that also you are aware of. And when you open your eyes, then this whole thing of what is appearing, even that you are aware of. So you have to check and see whether awareness is touched by either of these experiences. Okay, so you say everything is happening in front of awareness. So is there anything that can touch awareness, can hurt awareness, can torture awareness? So where is the me that can be touched? Where is the me then?
Thoughts saying this happened to me.
Yes?
Just
Thought is
thoughts
saying?
saying this happened to me or that happened.
Yes, it's just thought. But this me can you find? So the energy called thought can come and go and is referring to you as the me, but where is this me?
There is, I don't find a separate me from, yeah.
Separate from what? From that which
The
is in
body
front?
mind, body thought.
Body thoughts.
Yes, it feels like okay, what I say me is just the body and the thoughts put together.
Okay, so suppose it's this body mind complex or whatever it is called. Is it not in front of you as another appearance?
Yes.
Yes. So speak as that, as this awareness to which all content is in front. What's happening to you there?
It just seems funny.
What?
Then the stories that I've been telling seem a bit funny.
Yeah. Because they all happen to the pretend me, see? This imagined one. So now don't believe anything. Don't believe anything. Just stay in this checking. Where am I? What am I? Don't rely on any concept. Forget about the word awareness also. Don't label anything. What's happening now?
It just feels strange to feel like you're not thinking.
Yes. And yet when the thoughts come back, you will see that you as awareness are not touched by any of it. Simple or no? Okay, let me catch up with some of the messages and then I check in again with you. Okay, so what's going on? Okay, so everything is from Shankar. Shankar said, Father, sending you love. We are always one. Was this Shankar? Okay, ignore the above, will repost from FB. Okay, mate.
Father, can I
Yes, my dear.
something didn't want to come and talk to Father. I was very scared. I hope you can hear me well today. Because my back is sleeping, so I can
Yeah.
talk with no disturbance. And something was really scared to come and talk. Um, um, so then as the the inquiry was going on, um, I was then it was very clear as she said this, pretty much the same answers what she was giving, the Satsanga was giving you, pretty much same answers was coming from this end too. And then when you ask who is this me check, um,
Ask what? Can you
you just
repeat? Ask who?
you just ask the who just look who is this me when
Yes.
you're reporting me, who is this me. So when I looked at it, it just felt like that's also like another thought because it's like appeared to me like it's also a thought. I don't know, just like how thoughts are coming and going, similar. The me saying me is also like a thought. I don't know why I felt
The
that.
me.
Father, I'm
You're
not.
talking about the me being a thought. Sorry, I
Yes,
can't hear
yes.
you. So the me being a
Sorry.
thought. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I it came up. Even I mean, I was aware of that when I felt that. I don't know if it is right or not, Father.
So you can feel like the me is just another. Actually, the identity is just a collection of these beliefs, a collection of these thoughts. It's not even the thought. You see, it seems like it is some tangible collection of some beliefs, but there's nothing tangible about it. You see, we cannot even say that it is an energy form. Like a thought, at least we can say is a energy construct. But for the identification, it's just like just nothing actually. It's just like an imagined daydream. It has no existence even in the realm of phenomena. Because if it was
But
just another
Father, when
thought, the me thought, and we could say, okay, I will not believe this me thought, then this one thought would be the end of it. But it's more like a conceptual thing which is made up of all of these identities which have been believed in.
But Father, when I look in, when I check, like when I say, where is this person? Where is this
Yes,
actual person? It exists in. Okay, let's say if I think that it is in body, then where does it exist in the body?
yes,
It, I can't see anything when I look in there.
exactly.
So it should be somewhere if it is if I'm identifying myself as a person. But
Yes,
the answer doesn't seem to come for that. When I think about it, where is this person? And it's sometimes driving me crazy. Like, where is this person? I can't
yes,
see it. But still, there's some
yes,
identification going on, just like that.
yes. Because whatever we believe will be belief about a person only. What is true about you needs no belief. You see? So this identification is just a collection of beliefs. If you have no belief in anything at all, will even there be a sense of person? Can we find a person without any belief? If we don't believe anything, at best we can say phenomenally this body is here and I feel the presence of being and I am the witnessing of even this presence of being. Can there be anything else? Is there any room for the person without any belief?
But these beliefs are all conditioned, like it's habit now. So
Yes.
this is where the problem is, Father, because the habit cannot drop immediately like that.
I've made it very simple. You cannot tell me there's a problem. I have only
Don't
said
give the
don't
next thought.
believe your next thought.
Yeah, but then the person's identity is already believed in. Now, like the thought, okay, believe in God. The person identity is believed already now.
All that is in the past. Now you don't believe your next thought. It's always about now. You see. No story about past or future, just now. Now what can make you suffer?
Nothing happens.
Do you have any desire or want or an aversion?
Do nothing. Just silence. Even if thoughts come that when you don't believe in personal power,
I can't make out what you're saying.
even the there's just silence when you don't believe in anything. It's just quietness there. And if the
Yes.
thoughts come, if you don't believe there is no power, that is clearly seen. That is clearly seen. So I'm aware of that one.
Yes. Now you say this is clearly seen that there is just this pure silence here. So then now don't pick up a want because any want will be a thought. Because the mind will come and say, yes, yes, nice silence, but I want something else. You see, I want freedom. Don't pick up that also. So with the simple pointing, don't believe your next thought. As the Americans say, you knock it till you try it.
How does the thought and substance related? You know, when you say don't believe the thought, okay, I don't believe the thought.
Mhm.
But the identification with the person, it comes from the belief. Yes.
Without believing in God, how will you identify with anything? Identity is only a collection of these thoughts and beliefs. So now you're cutting the oxygen supply. You're cutting the supply of oxygen to the person idea. We play with this for a while. I'm staying this for a while. I have to go very quickly today because I have some guests which are coming home. I will just quickly read some of the messages which I hear. But in this simple pointing, which is don't believe your next thought, nothing will remain unrevealed. Because in this withdrawal of belief from your thought, you're actually taking away all the nourishment from the person idea, you see, from the person concept. And it cannot survive without your belief. And I feel with this pointing, it's so simple that either you can say, yes, it works, or you have not tried it. Okay, let me get to some of the messages quickly. Shankar said, Beloved Father, beyond this consistent breath, beyond this wide open and constant seeing, beyond all ephemeral appearances, I find you. And it is in you that all this play dissolves. This mind is out in this wide open space where nowhere to hide, without any costumes to wear. It can seem to get loud and loom large, but this is an arrogant, but this is its arrogant mistake, like a cocky mouse living in a house full of cats. Yes, it is seen and devoured over and over. Thank you so much for this blazing fire of truth that grace had lit in you so that we can all walk into this fire and be with you. Love you so much. Love you too, my dear. So much. Very beautiful, very. And then, Nikki, you want to come up?
This is so profound.
Yes, they speak very, very good.
Hello, Father.
Hello, my dear.
This is such grace that I've arrived here with you and your Sangha, well, the Sangha. And here, I would say that the knowing, it's almost felt always like a secret, like I've this secret. And then I go around, the body goes about and talking happens and thoughts and actions. And till I met all of you, I wasn't sure that anybody else was here.
Yeah.
But they must be here because it's all. But the other day, I thought, well, I'll just take you with me, all of you with me. And I put my headphones on and I went for lunch. And I took all of you for lunch. And then when I was sitting there with everyone, and you know, it's everywhere. It's always. It's not a secret.
Yeah. What would the secret be? If it was a secret, what would it be? You can tell us. We're all one family.
That there's no words, but the words that are used are the not no thing, and then the everything, the no thing, and then the everything. And there's an excitement with it. There's you. And how is it that such intimacy with this box that sits here that I didn't even know how to use not too long ago, that it comes through this medium for all of us to, we could hug each other here, you know, it's like, it's beautiful and it's simple. But there's some sense that you want to keep coming to a satsang. There is this sort of sense that it's like a joy to, you know, see everyone and sit here and hear it over and over again. It's not like something's hearing, and it's hearing independently from anything else, and it continues to keep wanting to hear it. I'll never leave. I hope that makes sense. I hope it all sounds all right.
It's a lovely report. Beautiful. Very good. Very happy to see you. I better run now. Some of my in-laws are visiting. I don't want to irritate them. So maybe I will log off and you can have a song on the invocations after I go. Thank you all so very much for being in Satsang today. Sadhguru Shri Mujiji ki Jai.
Jay.
Jay. Jay.
Yay.
Jay!
Yay!
Thank you all so much. Thank you all too.
Would someone like to sing a song before we go?
Oh.
I'll sing if no one else wants to sing, but if I don't know, does Nikki sing? Do you sing?
No, not at all. You wouldn't want me to.
I'd love to sing for you all then, if that's okay. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Namah Shivaya.
Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Dhyanamulam Gurur Murti Pujamulam Gurur Padam Mantramulam Gurur Vakyam Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa Mokshamulam Mujiji Kripa Mokshamulam Anantaji Kripa Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramya Sarve Patrani Pashantu Makashit Kabak Bhavet Asatoma Satkamya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamya Mrichurma Amritam Gamya Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Brahma Paramastu Om Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai Om Shri Satguru Mujiji Ki Jai